Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading for May 1st to the 10th. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it, Cancer. Listen, you're one of the signs that I'm so excited about, okay? I don't need my glasses for this. I'm going to tell you something, Cancer. There's 3 reasons why. 4, 5, 6 reasons why I'm very excited for you. A, you've been going through it. You've been going through it. We can go back. You want to go back all the way to 2008? Yeah? When Pluto was in Capricorn, you've been going through it. You want to go back to 2018 when Uranus was in Taurus? You've been going through it, okay? That shook things up with your networks, people that you know, friendships, things like that, but also your hopes, your wishes, your future goals, your dreams. You want to talk about this year? You want to talk about September 2024 for all of the beginning of 2025 when Mars went into your sign and then went retrograde in your sign, and now that's over. So when I say, and hey, you want to talk about 2020 when we had the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in your 8th house of death and rebirth, transformation, that's a 20-year cycle. And so we're coming out of those Jupiter-Saturn squares. We're going to have one more in June. I mean, like, you've got Jupiter moving into your sign too. So when I say Cancers, your life is truly going to change in ways that you've never seen. Please trust me on this. You're coming out of some energies that were not easy in different areas of your life. And obviously it depends on your birth chart too. Okay. But I'm very excited for you. Okay. I want you to know that I'm here for you. Now, why don't we get started? All right. Everybody, by the way, we're all leaving those hard energies from March and April. And again, for y'all, January, February, we're moving into this time of just positive change and growth. It starts happening now, and it's, you'll see it. You just manifest in your material world. We are in Taurus season anyway, so you're going to see all this growth and emphasis on your social networks, your friends, even social media. Yeah. So, this is 11th house activity for this week. So this is really great. You see these aspects that are happening. This is really great for you because this is a time for you for gains and growth. Okay. Hashtag whatever you want. But this is definitely you moving into your brand new era. All right. Remember that it's a new world. It's your era tour. Okay. Your transformation. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Okay. So blue asterisk, as you know, the best aspects of the week, the first 10 days, yeah. And there are going to be some things that are not on the whiteboard that I'm going to tell you. And the things that we did talk about last week, because I just posted your monthly forecast last week, those were the longest ones I've done since I launched this channel because of how life-changing May is. Okay? And so we'll just briefly go over those, but oh my goodness, Cancer, I told you from the get-go, not on the whiteboard on May 1st. You've got the moon in your sign. You know the moon rules you. And so I really want you to know that you're going to move into this month feeling really, really good. A lot of emphasis on home and family, but also friendships. I want you to be very social. Your squad, or even just community. What group? Maybe your Facebook group. Maybe you belong to, the Martini Club of, Topeka. Whatever it is, there's got to be activity around this time, or maybe you want to launch something new, but you've got the moon in your sign sextiling the sun. That's why. Okay? It's wonderful. And don't forget, as we kick off May, we have that new moon in Taurus at the end of April in your 11th house of your future hopes and wishes and long-term goals and dreams. I hope you planted seeds. This is really, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not over. You can still plant seeds this week, okay? Normally you get a small window with that new moon, but you will feel the effects of that new moon. And again, all this growth and just abundance, especially in your physical world, all right? Looking at what's happening for y'all. And again, a lot of just networking and other people involved. Now, the other thing is, and by the way, when I say the moon in your sign is going to sextile the sun, that's one of the best, it's so easy going. And right off the bat, It's this perfect blend of your emotions and your feelings with your sense of self and your identity and your core values. And so, yes, this is going to be a big time for you as soon as you kick off the month. And, big focus on home and family and loved ones and the foundations of your life. Now, Friday, May 2nd, we do have Venus. This chair keeps twirling. We have May 2nd, Venus conjunct Neptune in Aries. Okay. We talked about this in length last week. So we're just watch your last week's reading. This is powerful. It's rare. Remember, this is Venus. So, what your heart desires, what makes your heart sing, with a sign of compassion and the art and spirituality and your vision. This is the first time in over a century we've had this because it's in Aries at 1 degree, the Aries degree of initiating. That's why I say you can still plant seeds, set intentions, and initiate. Put your dreams into action. Neptune's dreams, okay? So I want you to feel moved. It's a conjunction. It's powerful. You're going to feel it days before, a whole week after. Think of it as setting up a new cycle, basically. What do you want? Listen, this is going to be in your 10th house of fame. The 10th house is career. It's very public facing. It's your reputation. So even if you're not here for career, if you're retired, you're not working, where do you want to exert that energy that you want to be known for? Okay, you want to be known as a best fisherman in your lake community. There you go. That's where all your energy, and that's where you get that fame. Okay, the 10th house is big. I really want you to take advantage of this. All right, very, very big. And I told you last week, and this just bears repeating, two things. One, both planets do rule music. And so I said, play music that will inspire you. All right. We all know music makes you feel emotions. You've got the moon in your sign. If there's any sign that I'm asking to play music that inspires you, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it is, okay? Mozart, Native American drum beats, meditation music, Beach Boys, doesn't matter, okay? Does not matter. Puddle of Mud, what inspires you? You know what I mean? Like, you play it, all right? Hemisync, I told you about that. And here, I've got a lot of questions about that. I did a live stream, but just very briefly, you will need headphones. Go to Spotify, go on YouTube, just search Hemisync, okay? And play that music, because what does it do? One ear, it plays a frequency, and the other ear, a different frequency. Okay? It's so life-changing. That's what that is doing, is unifying that creative side of your brain and the logical side of your brain, right? Left brain, right brain. Whoosh. Third eye, it activate the pineal gland activated. Please do it, because the ancients, this is science too, by the way. I want you to know this is science. But the ancients, they did say sound is the key to the universe. And if that is so, the Taurus is the door. And so this is you, and and when I say Taurus, Taurus, we all have these biofields, human energy field, your aura, right? Again, this is science. Proven with sound, raising your frequency and your energy. That's why I say raise your frequency, and sound is a perfect way. It's a portal that you have to set the tone for the month. Play music at 432 hertz, all right? And then visualize. I talked about visualization because both planets do rule creativity. So create. You have this portal. Okay? And the fact that both you got Mars and Leo too, remember that. I told you that. Leo rules the domain of creativity. So creativity is just going to be really amplified. So please be creative. This is really special for love, creativity. And by the way, one thing I did not tell you last week, Cancer. Yeah, Mars is in Leo. But Mars is officially out of shadow this day. So Mars, remember, left retrograde, moved into Leo April 17th, 18th, but it was still in shadow. So Mars was only 80%. 80% is big though. But now, 100%. Boom, boom, boom. So you're going to feel that. Remember, it's in your second house of self-worth and self-value. Things that you do desire. And money. Money. Mm-hmm. So if you are here for career or money, we have careers to make money. You got those two houses activated in a big way with this symphony here. So please use this. We will never have this again. We will never have this aspect again. Okay. In Aries, right? At 1 degree, while Mars is in Leo. This, well, we'll have the conjunction again, but not at this degree, the degree of initiation, while all this other stuff is happening with the North Node here and Pisces. Anyway, you get it. So use this, please. All right. Creative projects really could be a big thing for you. And just remember, life has no limitations except the ones you make, right? Who said that? Tell me who said that in the comments. You get a big old smile from me. Now, oh yeah, and then the same day, the moon in Cancer. Oh my gosh, I told you this last week. The moon in your sign will trine Venus, Saturn, Neptune, the North Node, sextile Uranus, and the South Node. So 3 things here. We have a grand trine with the moon in your sign. So who's going to feel this the most? Oh yeah, you got it, right? And the grand trine will be the moon in your sign with the North Node. But then you got throwing Ceres, right? I've talked about her, and on the whiteboard, let's briefly talk about what we talked about in the second spread. But also Juno is back in the picture, and Juno is in Scorpio. So you got this great water trine. Why would you not use? First of all, it's almost like I don't have to tell you, like, you will feel inspired to create, to do things, to feel creative. Now, Juno, very powerful asteroid, planetoid. What is she doing? Remember, Juno is, linked to Libra. So she's all about partnerships, relationships, one-on-one relationships as well, legal matters as well. But Juno, what did I say? She's in Scorpio in your 5th house of creativity. So you're getting creativity hit 4 ways here. And you got the 3 most feminine planets. You got the moon, Venus, Neptune, all harmonizing, but now harmonizing with Ceres and Juno, 2 of the most powerful divine feminine planetoids, asteroids, whatever you want to call it. This is emotionally fierce. This is you taking charge. It's like, give me back my tiara. Like, this is you're going to feel this. You're going to feel this. Perfect harmony. All right. And, I was just, listen, yeah, I'm going to tell you because this is happening in your sign. Usually we'll talk about this in second spread, but I want you, remember how June's going to be bonkers for you with Jupiter moving into your sign for the first time in 12 years, right? This is why I want you to plant seeds and set intentions and take action, because what's happening now this weekend, okay, or these days when the moon's in your sign, there's going to be a vibration here for something that happens in June. What do you want? Do it now. Please, Cancer, I really want you to take advantage of this. And again, you had Mars retrograde in your sign for so long. I can relate to you. I have Mars and Cancer in my chart, my birth chart, right? My natal chart. So I've felt it since September too. So I know that now just use this, please, because there is this pattern here. Something here is giving you a little bit of a wink in terms of what you can expect next month. We'll talk about it next month. If you're a cross watcher, watch for rising, your moon, or for, your sister, your lover, your kids. Cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, obviously, again, you. And Taurus and Pisces are going to feel this the most. And if you know your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have planets between 29 to 2 degrees in any of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that's fuel to the flame. That's going to amplify things. They're really going to feel that. Okay. Now, over the weekend, there are 3 major significant things happening that is going to change your life. Okay. And we'll talk about the second spread because there's so much more. And just know it's all about your self-worth, self-value, and, money stuff. Now, so really, please do take action. Okay. Now, when we get to Sunday, the 4th, we got Pluto going retrograde. We talked about this. It's until October. Pluto is transformation. This is why this is a big deal for you. Pluto is in Aquarius. That rules your 8th house of transformation, regeneration. Yeah? And so remember, your transformation comes from within. So this is a good thing. Okay. Use this. And it's all about your personal empowerment. Now, on Monday the 5th, May 5th, may the 5th be with you. Mercury will sextile Jupiter. There's like nothing left in that. Mercury will sextile Jupiter. I have like 5 beverages. This is big. I told you this is such a lucky. You got Mercury, right? You got Mercury, Hermes, the son of Jupiter, Zeus. This is powerful. This is powerful. This naturally brings good news. Okay. And so, and also, well, that's the main thing. It's also new ideas that come through, like breakthrough, like luck with ideas like, oh, I didn't even think of that. That changes everything. You planting seeds, especially through communication. Remember, Mercury is the mind, but also communication. So the conversations that you have. All right. This is Mercury, Gemini's ruler, by the way, opening doors for you with Jupiter. That's in Gemini. And so luck, good fortune, profit, wisdom, expansion, use this. Okay. Again, this is mostly going to be something that has to do with something that with career and fame, everything I mentioned earlier, because Mercury's in Aries, right? But with Jupiter and Gemini, your 12th house, that is a subconscious. It's like a time of like rest and retreat. It's coming right after the moon in your sign. So it just looks like there's going to be some things that you are unrooting, okay, to feel really good, like vibrating at this high frequency, being the best version of yourself, being your authentic self. I love this for you. But know that, yes, contracts, agreements, even travel, right? Business, new ideas, whatever happens here, those are, within the domain of this aspect. It's all about becoming wiser and broadening your horizons. And there may be family stuff involved here as well, or something happening behind the scenes. That's what the 12th house does for you. But please be social, proactive, make yourself available, because when you got Mercury in Aries and Jupiter and Gemini, this fire and air, it can be the quickest 10-second conversation that you have with, your Starbucks barista or whatever. It's just luck. This is right place, right time. All right. And so it could be just a DM that you're like, oh, like you don't really read your DMs on, I don't know, Instagram or something. It's like, this today I'm going to check and there's something there for you. You know what I mean? Like, please take advantage of this, but do plant those seeds, because what did I say? We are in Taurus season. The sun is in Taurus, fertile ground. You just have that new moon in Taurus, okay? It all deals with the material and your physical world. So please plant seeds. And that's because Taurus, yes, is an earth sign, but it's an earth sign in spring where things grow, unlike an earth sign like Capricorn in winter. There's a very different vibe. Use this mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Aries will feel this the most, okay? If you know your birth chart, planets 20 to 24 degrees in any of the signs I told you, yeah. And again, it doesn't matter. We look at the angular aspects, you'll feel it the most. But everyone's going to feel this, okay? Everyone's going to feel this. And just to give you a little heads up here, why I want you to take that action and why you're going to start feeling changes right away. Remember your monthly forecast? I said Jupiter is going to square the North Node, South Node, and we're going to have that Uranus Cazimi all around May 17th, 18th. What I didn't tell you is Jupiter will sextile the Chiron at that time too. Now, those are longer lasting. Those last a little bit longer, and those are powerful. Therefore, Jupiter sextile Chiron, you're going to feel this week. So the fact that you have Chiron in Aries, where you have Mercury, you have Venus there, right? You have Neptune there. You're about to have Saturn there in your 10th house of fame, public recognition, whatever you want to be known for, your reputation, honors, achievements. If this is Chiron, another asteroid, right? We're talking about Chiron now, the wounded healer. So this is you doing that healing, profound healing, okay, for yourself. in terms of you, the way that you are seen. If there's something that up here you're telling yourself, I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve this. No, no, you have Jupiter sextile Chiron. That deep healing, it's going to be great for you. So this is a great time with the fact that you have Jupiter in your 12th house of the subconscious. And so this would be that time to really set, it's a great time for grounding, which I already said for Taurus season. But for you, this is a great time to ask yourself big questions, to have that, all that wisdom come out, inner wisdom and confidence. Okay? Remember, this is, you could become a healer too. If that's what you want to be in your profession or your career or how you want to be recognized, there you go. That use this, because this is all about ask yourself, what's holding me back? Or what am I doing that holds me back? Free yourself, right? Let go of things that you don't want anymore. Okay? Or things that you don't even have time for. Is your intuition telling you, I got to change this up? Because we're about to have that Uranus Kazemi that's going to change things up. And so this is you just being, a couple steps ahead, and do it all in the name of self-love. Okay? Just remember, you're going to start feeling of it. It's going to be a bigger thing later. Now, I am going to tell you something here as well that I didn't tell you in your in your monthly forecast. And again, this is something we're going to talk more about in the second spread. But just to give you a heads up, the South Node in Virgo is going to be incredibly activated from May 4th to the 6th. Okay? We do have the moon in Virgo. Remember, Sirius is in Pisces, linked to Virgo, and will be conjuncting the North Node, conjuncting Saturn as well, sextiling Uranus, trining Juno, and sextiling Hygeia. Hygeia is the 4th largest asteroid. And this is what I do. I gradually introduce you to these new asteroids and planetoids that you have no idea have more impact on your life than you would ever believe. And Hygeia is also linked to Virgo. So listen to what I just said. The moon in Virgo, right? With the South Node in Virgo. So the moon's going to be conjuncting the South Node, where you have to let things go. And then you've got the 2 asteroids linked to Virgo that's going to say, hey, let me help you let things go. And it's Hygeia is all about diet. She's named after the goddess of health, right? So Virgo already being health, South Node in Virgo. So there's something here with Hygeia, fitness, health, diet, natural medicine, holistic living, all of that uses. Remember, Virgo energy is famously known for being, especially in the South Node, what did I say? It's releasing any perfectionist energy or being hard on yourself or being self-critical. So this is a week where you may be doing a lot of healing. A lot of healing. I told you, Jupiter, sextile Chiron. You got Jupiter and Gemini in your 12th house, the subconscious and intuition and spirituality. But also the lower expressions would be self-sabotage and hidden enemies, and facing your fears and withdrawing yourself in isolation. So this is a time where the fact that Hygeia is conjuncting the sun in Taurus and Uranus is big. Okay? That's really big. That's you breaking through any habits or any old patterns that you just have to, because Hygeia is all about being like cautious and wise and sensible and even preventative. All right? So there is something here about physical health as well. But anyway, so you get what I'm saying. All right. Anyway, we'll talk about more. Now, Tuesday on the 6th, Venus is going to sextile Pluto. I talked about this last week. Listen, we had this a couple times, but this time it's bigger than the other times. Okay. And it's again, you got Pluto in Aquarius and you got Venus in Aries. 2 things here for you. First of all, remember what I said last week. Pick your favorite White Lotus character. This aspect is power. It's sex. It's money. It's secret. So there could be something here where you're learning your true self about someone else because you have Pluto in Aquarius in your 8th house. That's not only transformation and regeneration and death and rebirth. It's your relationships. It's deep relationships. There's something here you're going to be like, I need to know. I need to see this. Okay. In terms of what you desire, what brings you pleasure. And a lot of this will have to do with maybe a boss, maybe something in the workplace, maybe in career, maybe with, you know what I mean? Like that 10th house energy, or something where you need to be seen as the leader in some way around this time. But big energy around power ships and power ships, the power in relationships, situationships, sure, and money. All right, we are in Taurus season, a finance sign. All right, cross watchers, this would be fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and cardinal signs. Okay, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and you, Cancer. Y'all gonna feel it the most. And if you have planets between 0 to 6 degrees in any of those signs I just mentioned, if you know your birth chart, yes, you're gonna. Yep. All right. So now, is that, yeah. I'm looking at, oh wow, you got a lot of home and family stuff. Saturday, Mercury moves into Taurus. Yep, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I talked about that. It's just being a lot more grounded, and taking a step back to see your future forward, your path forward. You've got all this healing energy. You got the power of the moon. You've got so many wonderful things happening for you. Your electromagnetic field like heightened as well, your frequency. So I really love this. Okay. So anyway, and for you, remember, Taurus rules your 11th house of your future hopes and dreams and goals and long-term goals anyway. So use this, okay? But that's about the next 2 weeks. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. All right, for May 1st to the 10th, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Cancer. Yep. Cancer, y'all crack me up. Y'all are so funny. Let's get started. What how y'all doing? I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview, and if we need to pull clarifiers, we will. Secondly, Cancer, y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. I'm excited. I'm really excited for you. I can't even, just the sheer magnitude of what's happening now up until June and even July. There's still, anyway, let's get started. All right. So Cancer, yeah, look, I'm not just, okay. You trust me. You're good. You're fine. You're good. Look at it. You are, you get everything. You get, that. You're getting a mic drop. You get everything. I mean, you're okay. 7 of Cups. Yeah. You're moving into this week. Trust your intuition. That's the only thing. Okay. I told you what's happening with Venus conjunct, right? Venus conjunct Neptune, with the fact that you've got the moon in your sign. Okay. That's why you are, among the most intuitive signs. The moon is a subconscious too, but Neptune is at play. Remember, there can be those lower expressions of Neptune with a strong aspect like that. I don't feel it being like, for you. It's just really saying, hey, yeah, possibly you've had a lot of different opportunities come through, or you are thinking about different paths to take. Trust your intuition. Whatever you're manifesting, whatever seeds you planted during that new moon, or when Venus conjunct Neptune this week, or even when Mercury sextile Jupiter, whatever plants you seeds you plant, make sure it is from the heart. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay. Being your authentic self. You see a little bit of smoke and mirror here. All the Cups, so very different. What do you want? What do you desire? Things like that, right? This card really, it's a 7, right? So, that's all it is. And when then and then you feel it. And then you have this rapturous, nirvanic Ace of Cups, tears of joy, and the heart of your spread. So something new and something beautiful that is shaping in your world. Like I said, aces, new beginnings, the start of something new, this new journey. You got the Magician last week. Now that I think about it, you're on a new journey, but this is heart. This is cup, not half full. It's overflowing. Okay. Look at the 5 streams. I talked about the senses, using all 5 senses during Taurus season. This tears of joy. Okay, so you're good. You're great. And this is anything. It's cups. It's emotionally fulfilling. It's love. It's relationships. It's having a baby. It's meeting your soulmate. It's getting your dream job. What is going to think about the last time anything brought you so much joy? It brought you 2 tears. That's what this is. Okay, you got the 8 of Swords here. All right, 2 things. 1, you are coming out of it. You're coming out of, like, if you've been up here a lot, we call this the self-victim card. And you have had Jupiter in Gemini in your 12th house of, what did I say? Self-sabotage. Okay. And I'm not saying that y'all have been doing it. I'm saying there have been some aspects where it's very possible there could have been a little bit of, and like, what? Right. Okay. And that's why I'm talking about. Everything's changing for you, Cancer. I just told you all these cycles you're coming out of. You're good, because this is indicating, okay, yeah, I'm going to walk out. I'm going to take off that blindfold. I don't need to, I'm going to face my fears. I feel all this confidence with Venus conjunct Neptune and Aries, a sign of confidence. I feel it. I'm a cardinal sign too, like Aries. I feel it. You know what I mean? The moon's in my sign at that time. Like, yeah, you're good. And the other message coming through is, yeah, there is going to be someone. It just feels like there's going to be someone this week that you have a relationship with. And again, I am feeling that there is something where you're going to have to be that person that helps them come out of this low energy frequency where they may not be sure about some things. They need some hand holding, comforting words of wisdom. You're going to be that person for them. Okay. You're going to be that person for them. Yeah. The 9 of Wands. And the Knight of Swords. So let's start with the 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're saying no more. Universe, you've thrown me some curveballs. Universe, doesn't matter. Bring it on. Keep it coming. No, I'm not backing down. Not this week. Nope. This is I'm not giving up. You can come at me, but I'm not giving up. Good for you. This is really great. Okay. And there is also and wands are, just think about your passions, but a lot of creative energy is coming through. A lot of creative energy, and it would anyway this week. So really use that. And remember, what is the root of creativity? Create. Okay. And when I talk about creativity, yes, in an artistic sense, but in however you use it, it can be being creative in terms of problem solving. It can be, creative when you go on a first date. Are we gonna go to TGI's, or should we do something? Should we shake it up and go to a restaurant by the river, this new place where there's a jazz band? You know what I mean? Like, being creative. You got the Knight of Swords anyway, so yeah, you're gonna be on fire. You're gonna be going after your everything. He's going into the storm. He is fearless. He's fearless, okay? And so this is someone who, nothing's going to stop him. Nothing's going to stop you from going after the things that you want. And when I say communicate this week, as a Knight of Wands, wands are all about communicating, but ideas, this big flow leading to the sun in your future. You're good, AF. You got the Ace of Cups and the sun. When was the last time that you can't make, these are two. Okay. First of all, have you ever gotten a tarot reading? The sun is, first of all, the biggest yes. This is the holy grail. This is the heart of tarot. You're good. The sun is optimism. The sun is opportunities in your future. The sun is everything. You see that red banner for achievements that you're about to move into, because I said you've got all this activity in your 10th house of achievements. You see the wisdom child here. There's this renewal. There's a rebirth energy, but look, he ain't wearing any clothes. When you see that in tarot, that's that freedom I was talking about. You're free. You're free to express yourself. You got no care in the world. There's a lot of innocence. It's a child. This is your inner child as well. You're fine. You have nothing to worry about. This thing, you're moving into this abundant period in your life. Like I said from in the first 2 minutes, like you're good. You're good. You're absolutely good. I'm excited for you. Very excited for you. You can't get any more. Let's get to your stuff. And it is, I did talk about health this week. And of course, we'll talk about a lot more because there's more to it. I just grazed the surface. But this is vitality. It's a sun. It's vitality. What I talk about your biofields. Look at what's coming out of the sun. The rays, literal frequency. You're good. Cancer, if you like this video, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me. I'm excited. Tell me what is going on? What's going on? Y'all, I'm excited for y'all. All right? And you know I love you. All right. So, yeah. Okay. There's someone. Seems like you're going to be, you're good. There's someone that is part of your life that we need to, okay? So you got the Six of Swords. Great. There you go. What did I say? Even here with the Eight of Swords, it's like you coming out of that. You're taking off that blindfold. You're walking out. Her feet are free. It's not a complete circle of swords. And then you have the Six of Swords, which is great. This is, look at my finger on the turbulent water. Yeah. And so look at the direction they're going. There's no undulation. This is going from chaos to calm. That's what you're doing, especially up here. It's the swords. Okay? You see the protection, the swords in front of the boat. You're fine. You're good. This is saying, okay, this happened. Why am I holding on to that energy? I'm moving forward. I can't hold. But a lot of it is like with someone else. You see that clearly now, right? And because you got the Nine of Swords in your external factors area, so there may be something that, and this is why I want not just you, but everyone to be mindful about the way that they're speaking with the fiery energies of Mercury in Aries, right? But also a lot of other energies that are happening when it comes to communication. And so it may not even be, there's something here where something new and big is happening in your life, but it does feel like there is someone, like I said earlier, you're going to have to comfort them. You're going to have to, it's almost like there may be an ending of a relationship. And again, a lot of it can just be career. It could be like, I'm leaving. Hey guys, I'm leaving this agency to start my own journey, to start my own career. Okay. And it's your, like the Romeo and Michelle relationship you have with, the senior accountant or whatever. They're sad about that you're leaving. Y'all are a dynamic duo. Okay? So whatever resonates with you, there may be something at home with children, with family, with loved ones. I told you about your friendships and squad and your community. There could be something there. You may have to comfort someone, and it may be because of something that is happening in your life. Okay? That affects their life. Just keep that in mind. And the other thing, if you feel like, just again, try not to overanalyze anything this week. It's, again, I'm not getting a feeling this is you, but if there's any reason why, it's because what I just said about all that Virgo energy, which is over analytical, overthinking, excessive thinking, things like that you will feel this week. All right? You do have Virgo. Virgo rules your third house of the mind and communication. Now, you got the Lovers. A lot of y'all, do you see what's happening here? First of all, the outside of the sun, rarely, only a few cards. Only it appears in only a few cards outside the actual sun card. Look at it takes up half the card here. This is partnerships, relationships. This is love. I'm getting self-love too. This is the power to choose. I've told you, and it's so funny, with Jupiter and Gemini, and I've told y'all, like, it's Jupiter in Gemini, the twin. So it's very common for two opportunities to come through, or when Jupiter's there, or two different paths and things like that. But whatever it is, it's that's why you have the power to choose. That's why this card is ultimately about you and your choice, right? You have options. You have options. But this is really great because, well, this card is attributed to Gemini, first of all, but it is saying that there's something really beautiful that you're moving into, that you're manifesting, that you are holding, for a lot of y'all are holding out for too. Wonderful. And then you got the 2 wands and your final outcome. This is, and I think I may have mentioned it in your monthly forecast, like the 2 wands has been like, it's been coming up a lot because it is kind of like what everyone's kind of going through. You see him standing at the top of the castle. Okay. He's got the world in his hand. And so it's like, yeah, there's been some great achievements. I got something. Or I won something. Or, something great happened. Now, what's the next step? Yeah. So it's a card of where things are coming together. But it's still planning. Remember, I said this is a week of planning your goals, your future goals, and all that, but you still got to plant those seeds. At minimum, vibrate at a high frequency. At minimum, because you got the Ace of Cups and the Sun, and that is just so auspicious. This is very optimistic. Lucky week for you. Wonderful, lucky, amazing, beautiful new beginning. Tears of joy. Rapturous. You're gonna feel it in your soul. So Cancer, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. Second spread. We're gonna talk about the lunations and the asteroids. They're big. I'm gonna tell you the second luckiest day of the week. I'm gonna tell you a day not to sign contracts or have an important conversation with like boss or something, and then I'm gonna tell you the best days for love, money, and success. Cancer, y'all are amazing. Next week, don't forget, we are that full moon in Scorpio. You see what's happening here, okay? That's all I'm going to say. And one last thing I'll tell you. You're going to start feeling that this week. Very strongly on the 10th. But it doesn't happen until Monday, the 12th. Anyway, Cancer, y'all are amazing. Oh, and so tier 3 members, you know where to find the link for the second spread. Anyone's welcome to join. We have a lot of fun. We have so much fun. No, Cancer, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. I think that's it. Okay. Tell me what's going on. All right. I'll see you later. Thank you so much, Cancer. Bye-bye.